Hey guys, and welcome back. A lot of action on the board here today in college basketball. If you're interested in getting all of our college basketball picks for today, including our daily free play, you can access all of those over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Heading into this one, I'm going to be talking about this Big East contest here between the Butler Bulldogs and the St. John's Red Storm. Butler coming into this one today as about 2-point favorites. Of course, St. John's continuing to play without one of their top players, Marcus Levette. But back to the road team here. The Butler Bulldogs on the year are standing 19-10 overall, and within the Big East, Butler has gone 9-7, and overall, it does look like the Bulldogs have a pretty strong resume in terms of getting in to the NCAA tournament. We don't think Butler has to worry too much at this point, especially when you look at some of their very elite resume building wins that they've been able to pick up this year. More recently, over this past week, Butler was able to get the job done on their home court. Very impressive fashion, picking up back-to-back convincing wins, first taking down Providence by a final of 69-54, and then in their last outing taking down Creighton at home by a final of 93-70. So some very convincing home wins there for Butler. Going to be trying to take the momentum from these two results into this one today on the road against St. John's. Butler on the year, they've been a well-balanced group, but they've leaned more towards being more of an up-tempo team. They're 50th in the nation in scoring, 165th in total team defense, a positive plus-minus of a little over 8 points. We compare them over to the home team here, the St. John's Red Storm. This was a team that was showing some pretty positive signs back during the non-conference. Then they got into Big East play, and just picking up anything in the way of a win was very tough for this Red Storms team for about a month and a half or so of action. Then out of nowhere, St. John's became the hottest team in the country. They beat Duke, Villanova, Marquette, and DePaul all in succession. But over this past week, the Red Storms have cooled off just a little bit. They lost on the road more recently against Marquette by 12 points in their last outing, falling at home to Seton Hall by a final of 74-81. But St. John's, they've shown that when they play up to their ceiling, they can beat just about anybody. It does look like St. John's is coming back down to earth here a bit more recently. And the Red Storms, they've already gone against Butler this year. It was a few weeks back on the road against the Bulldogs. And St. John's had a very tough time finding anything in the way of consistent offense in that matchup as they went on to lose to the Bulldogs by a final of 45-70. So a 25-point loss there for the Red Storm. And on the year right now, St. John's, they're a team that ranks a little bit worse than league average on both ends of the court in terms of scoring and total defense in the entire nation. 193rd in the nation in scoring average, 179th in total team defense, and a very slight positive plus-minus of about 1 point. So on a game-to-game average, Butler has been about 7 or so points better than what St. John's has been this year. You factor in that home court advantage, and you would feel like Butler would probably be about 4 or so point favorites here, but right now just sitting as 2-point favorites. And not a big surprise to see it at a little bit less than you might expect, given the fact that St. John's has been performing much better more recently. But also we have to factor in that first matchup that these two teams had against each other where Butler just completely dominated the Red Storm. We like for them to take advantage of similar matchups here today as they go on to win and cover this very manageable 2-point spread. So again, siding with Butler here today, giving the 2 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. You disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our college basketball picks for today, including our daily free play over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. And be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.